Welcome back.
Yeah, man, how you doing?
90 days COVID, man.
Since our last week care challenge. Yeah. That's the last time we all was together.
Yeah, it was an April, right?
I believe so.
First week of May.
We've seen each other sparingly.
Yeah, no, we like such
together.
a not
That's the old school word. That's where somebody's grandparents used.
Shit, what's that, a denim mask? That's good. Denim.
Yeah, something like.
Got up for your bootcut jeans.
Yeah, you know, listen, I'm a vibe type nigga. That's my vibe. I don't fuck with nobody else doing. I like my shit to lay a certain type of way on the kick.
I can't even hear you.
Dirty denim do that. Hey, baby.
Nah, you know what it is. What's going on, world? We back at it, the Unbiased Podcast, you know what I mean? Episode number 13. It's been a long time since we all been in the same room together.
Oh shit, we really shooting?
Yeah, we back, baby.
Oh shit, my bad.
No, we back. And before we it's all good, because before we go any further, I got to check you niggas out. Hold up, yeah. Let me see where you at with it.
Especially this nigga Bud.
97.7 for Bud.
COVID free.
Did you sanitize it?
97.3 for me.
Sanitize, but they ain't touching us.
97.3 for Jones as well.
Goddamn, you got the highest one, motherfucker, talking about us.
Borderline, nigga.
Shit, nigga, I'm running temperature though. I'm running temperature.
This nigga got a blow dryer temperature check.
So now that I know we all sanitized and symptom free, I can take the mask off and get right to it. You know what I mean? Obviously, anybody that's been paying attention, State of the Union, the world we in right now, it's crazy. I gotta jump right out there and say I think it's 123 days now since Breonna Taylor got murdered. Shorty still don't have no justice. Where y'all at with that right now? The whole Black Lives Matter, justice for Breonna, justice for George Floyd. That's obviously the most polarizing thing going on in the world. So before I get it started, you know, obviously, Chad DiBiase, I'm in the hosting chair. I want to see what y'all think, what y'all feel. Bud.
D-Man's Pop, Beer from Body Bud. Hello, everybody.
Welcome back, Brody. Welcome back.
We're back in the building. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. America has a history of the things that's been taking place in the last few months, and it is what it is. But I will say on a positive note, because y'all know I'm the optimist, I think things are slowly but surely changing. 2020 to me is a year of clear vision, and I think it's very obvious where people stand. Whether you're silent or you're out there talking about how you feel, you're protesting.
So since the last time we was all together, we would have been around like really on an official episode, the Unbiased Vibe, that'd have been like March, late February, early March. You think things have gotten better since then? The climate's gotten better?
What I mean is this: since George Floyd was murdered, these protests are they still going on? Because I already knew they broke a record for the longest going protests.
Protesting in certain places, Seattle, New York.
So when I say things is changing, companies changing things, making different things within their company about inclusion, black leadership. Serena Williams' husband stepping down to make them have a black board member at Reddit, the first time in history. I'm talking about small changes. As racism and shit go, it's a systematic thing. So when things change in the system, I'm saying certain changes. The major system, I don't know if that will ever change. But just little things where you see more black people. Black Catwoman was just chosen on the new I think it's even Netflix or something else. I'm just saying certain people taking a step forwards, including blacks.
So to not be
word. And I'm being a positive person on it. The negatives are obvious.
Not being like a negative Nathan or like a
negative Nancy.
Oh, I'm a dude though.
Negative nigga.
Yeah, that too. Or pessimistic and shit. But you don't feel like those type of things happen because it's like not that it's really the right thing to do, but it's like okay, I want to look like I'm doing the right thing so people will still fuck with me.
That's very possible. And I feel like anytime you change something after something happens, you can say, oh, well, they only doing it because of this. But let's be honest, a lot of motherfuckers don't know about nothing until the motherfuckers in their face making them care about it. Whether you selling a product that nobody knew about, it doesn't even have to be something negative. Most people don't give a fuck about what's going on in the world unless it affects their life. So being that this shit is going on right now and it's stopping business, it's stopping money, I don't give a fuck what made you do it. It's changing.
But
I don't think this country and people that I feel like this, a motherfucker that was wearing a Confederate flag and hated black people 4 months ago still hate black people.
That's a fact.
Shit like that. A black person that didn't give a fuck about white people prior to this still don't give a fuck about white people. But it's people in the world That if you ain't turning on your TVs and you see Black Lives Matter marches, and it's mostly white people. To me, that's change. Like it or not. People can say it's for camera, people can say it's for whatever. People can always judge. But I'm going to sit here and try to look at it as a positive change. This country is this country, and what it stands for, I don't honestly believe it's ever going to change. I would love to be an optimist and hope it does, but it's just like a black president. I was happy my grandmother and them got to see that shit. They never thought they would see that in their lifetime. 32. I don't know what I'm going to see in the next 30 or 20. I don't know what's happening right now. It's breaking history. Well, and it ain't never been done.
Let me slide in.
To answer Shed's question, what you didn't do.
Okay, he said how I feel about it. How I feel.
Ain't too much change. You talking about Breonna Taylor.
No,
cops,
he didn't just say
the cops
Breonna
still not
Taylor.
arrested. The cops are still not arrested. They're not even charged. They're not even. One cop lost his job. So the reason this started was police brutality, and we're not making but so much progress even with that. No reform of laws. No, you know what I mean, pension strikes. The guy that killed George Floyd is still eligible for his pension when he turns 48, whether he's in jail or not, and that's worth $1 million.
Absolutely.
So not too much stuff has changed.
No, that hasn't changed.
I got a question to that. I don't really know into it, like the full extent of how that works.
Right.
You got like a pension, right? Don't some of your money go into that pension? Don't like some of your money go into that pension as well?
I'm unsure. I ain't been in
Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, cause ain't nobody like just giving you money. So like some of his money gotta go into that, right?
Yeah, but he's still eligible for it, and that's I think why a lot of people do what they do because they know they have security on the back end.
Anybody, if you got security on the back end, everybody in the world gonna go at something like more strongly, more like without a care, because you know I got this backup.
Right.
It's easy. Like if fucking you got a beef with a nigga, you go out like shit. I got Mike Tyson behind me. I'ma steal him. I got Mike behind me. Like I'm getting out of here.
You're gonna move different when you got a sense of confidence.
So that's how I feel. Even though the climate has changed and got more antsy and more, aware of what's going on, progress is being made amongst ourselves. But I don't think progress is being made in the places where we really need. I don't care if the Redskins change it.
No, here's what
that shit's not.
It means something.
No, it means something to people.
And we don't care.
It means something to people, but that's not gonna get us justice.
I was gonna ask,
But
like
how
how
people is justice? How Indians feel
I'm
justice?
talking about murderous justice.
That's a whole
for black people getting killed. We're not getting that.
But let's not get off topic. We don't want to go into
But
that.
specifically, yeah, because before we even move on, one of the things I'm curious about is if it has had this whole shit, the whole climate, if it's had any impact on your personal life. Like for example, my sister, it was a point in time. This was even before the 4th of July. This was like closer to around Juneteenth, what have you. Niggas was getting crazy with the fireworks. All hours of the night, 2:30 in the morning, and her instinct is I should call the police. And I'm like, no, you definitely can't do that because this is how shit happens. How police show up, not knowing, over aggressive, what have you. That could lead to somebody's life being traumatically either ended or affected.
I got like a story to that. Keep going.
So no, it was just the point. That's what I'm saying. Even on a personal level, me and my sister, obviously, we didn't get into it, but we had a significant debate or back and forth about if it's appropriate at this point to even get the police involved. Or feeling like, well, I shouldn't have to wear that burden to not be able to call the police to protect and serve my community, a house that I own, where I pay mortgage at, to protect my peace and my sanity. The police should be available. I'm like, yeah, they should be, but it ain't that deep.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. It is that deep. It's deeper than that. That's what I meant to say.
I feel like it has to be. All we ask for is accountability, and it hasn't happened.
I don't want
accountability, and also, again, off camera we had conversations about being fair.
Right.
That's what we want. We want the shit to be fair.
Facts.
Like we don't get the same opportunities as them.
Right.
So that's what we want out of this shit.
I want to go back to your question when you said how's it affected or changed you personally. During these times of what's been going on, I've had several Caucasian friends, Asian friends, African friends, people from different nationalities reaching out just from different posts that I've made, different things that they see going on, and just seeing me being a person of trying to be open to everybody, because everybody got their different stand on the shit. So for me personally, I just feel like it's opening people's eyes all the way. I gotta go back to what you said. You're right. Ain't nothing changed with police. I don't know if it ever will, man. Like, to be quite honest, nothing. I don't see nothing changing on the real system. Honestly, ever in this country.
I think humans.
And that's just being honest. For us, that's what I'm saying. As long as the
humans are amazing.
The day-to-day people, as long as we start to change and treat each other, we can kind of overthrow the system. In a sense.
I feel like this. I feel like one day it really will change. We just not gonna be here to see it.
That's what people used to say about a black president. That's why I always say I'm always optimistic, because you never know what's gonna happen.
Because these shits goes in like.
You never know when it happens.
These shits goes in like all that type of shit is taught, right?
Yeah.
So you're not gonna have any change until you get. So like, all right, like we in our 30s, we in our early 30s, but them kids. The white kids are really out there, like, they protesting right now. They 18, they 22, they 25. And once they start having kids, and then they teach their kids the right way. So now we talking another 30, 40 years.
I think this generation coming. So like my Lexi 10 and under, them kids right now in.
I mean, if you want to include them, that's fine too. Right. But that's Lexi. Lexi is us. For any of this shit to change, the white people have to do it.
I mean, them kids too. Lexi in a gymnastics place with all kids that's white, pretty much. A couple different nationalities. But I'm saying, I feel like this generation already don't see color like our generation and on. Like, we under our parents, who was under, all of us was really like connected to people with that shit. I don't think our generation is really preaching that shit.
I think the point
back on that, nigga, I see color. You don't see
No.
And I think the point
I wasn't saying I see color. I don't let it acknowledge or dictate how I treat people. I'm not colorblind. Blue shirt, green fucking hat, army fatigue, white tee. I see color, nigga.
Let me ask y'all this question.
People don't get that fucked up.
You don't even know the fuck I meant.
No, but that's what people think when I say I don't see color. They think I say I don't see a white person. If I see that white person, tell you open up your mouth, then I'll judge you. If you open up your mouth and say some dumb shit, I don't give a fuck what your color is. I'm going the other way.
Dumb shit?
Yeah, if you open up your mouth and say some shit, I'm like, your color don't matter.
Say dumb shit twice.
Let me ask you a question. Do y'all think world history should not be taught? You think if you want to know about world history, you gotta go do it on your own?
Both sides.
No, if it's gonna be taught, you gotta be taught the right way.
Both sides.
Because they teach it strictly from white
from the European.
I'm talking about blacks in school.
That's why I'm asking. That's why I'm asking.
Like for me, like history is like my favorite class in school. But if you want to teach it, you gotta do it right.
And that's why I'm asking.
You cannot just change stories to make that fit one way.
Why don't you hear about Tuskegee Airmen in school? And you talk about doing all that shit, like little shit. They don't even
but that's why I'm asking. If they do it, should they do it like cultural, like really?
No, you do it.
Before we move on.
Because they're not doing culture when they teaching us that shit.
No, that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. Moving forward.
Right is right. Truth is truth. No matter who the fuck is telling it, no matter what's going on behind it. You tell it how it is.
You talk about Civil War, talk about Lincoln letting that shit go for black people to go fight, do all this shit. Talk about everything. They don't talk about that shit in school.
So I got another question before we move on from this whole social comment aspect. One of the things we talked about is if anything is going to change. I know a big debate about that is we need more people, specifically we're talking about police brutality and black people being disproportionately affected, harassed by police. And one school of thought says we need more black people to become police officers. We need more people from our community who understand our community to be. But then the opposite to that, before you could chime in, is that overall people also say we know that the justice system is corrupt. So even if you get black people on the force, ultimately they will just be corrupted as well because the system.
Let's be honest.
The system is corrupt. But no, on the scale, it's in Black America and what we're taught, right? Right now, like we all have siblings, right? And say as a kid that you did something and your sister, or no, take it back, your sister did something but you seen it and you told. What is your partner gonna tell you?
Stop being a tattletale.
Yeah, you won't get in trouble just like she gonna get in trouble for the action she did simply because you told.
Right.
As black people, we're raised in such a way where really being a policeman is like out of the question. Like, and really, and truly, even doing street shit in my life, if that's what you want to do, you should be able to do that. But the way that we're raised is, I don't see that ever happening in the where you would get enough of them And then also, you know, on the flip side of that, you get them, the ones who are, and the system that you're talking about, they just, like you said, they just as corrupt. They do the same things. For instance, when we see, what's the dude named in Indianapolis? I sent y'all this shit when Yo got killed.
Oh yeah, running.
Yeah, he got running.
The light-skinned dude that was funny.
Right. That's a black dude on the camera talking like that.
Right.
And even in Atlanta, when they pulled the college students out and tased them and all that, that was black people that did that. So the police brutality ain't color.
It ain't color. Yeah,
It's about
a system.
Yeah, a force of people that works for a certain organization oppressing humans, mostly black people and Latinos second. So it's just like I asked y'all.
My stance.
Like I asked y'all, do white people get their car searched when they get pulled over for tinted windows, or do they even get pulled over for tinted windows?
No. I mean, not something they don't.
I just don't hear about the level of it happening to them.
They're not gonna be on the curb and
You know what I'm
search the car.
Yeah. Bud, you had something to chime in?
Well, the funny statement I was gonna be like, I don't really be seeing white people with tinted windows, so I feel like I always be seeing them. But either way, my stance on that was kind of opposite, and I'm gonna go back to something Jones said earlier. He said racism, or you know, it's gonna take 30 years for the new generation of the protester kids to not see color or whatever. It's taught. You just said in our neighborhood, it's taught to not trust police. It's taught.
And it's tough.
Before you experience it or not, you're already fearing them. Because it's taught to not trust them, not tell, or whatever.
Hold on. Sorry. Before you finish.
Yeah.
Right? I was just speaking on this shit, like structurally in our homes.
Right.
But not just that it's taught not trust police. They do that when they come in our neighborhoods. They don't come in our neighborhoods and say, "What's up? All right, how you doing today?" So let me give you an example. Right? One day I was it's like years ago. I was hanging out with guards. I was literally in my grandmother's driveway. Right? They walk up. They like, "Mr. Saunders, what you doing out here?" I encountered the same police days prior in town. I said, "I'm at my grandmother's house." It's not just me, it's like 6 of us.
Right.
He goes, knocks on my grandmother's front door. Right? And my grandma like, you know, hey, how you doing? She like, is that your grandson? She like, a few of them are my grandsons. Which one are you talking about? He like, that one right there in the hat. She's like, yeah, it's my great grandson. Like, oh, all right, have a nice day. Like, why does that matter? I done told you, I have an ID to say who I am.
Right.
I'm standing in someone's driveway.
Right.
Why do you need that necessary?
And unless you've been apprehended, you don't have to do none of that.
That's
what I'm trying to tell you.
I had the same experience.
That's what I'm telling you about that. You did not have to do
I know,
that.
but I did just as I like to prove them wrong where Andy and Mike stood their ground. Me, go run my shit. Personally, waste your time. I'm already home. Waste your time. It's not, I just have the patience for that shit. But my point of saying that, Jones, not to say that they don't come back. I mean,
and it's taught to look at black people a certain way too, like cut your purse, lock your doors, over aggressive when you encounter us.
But what I mean by saying it's a taught mentality.
That's why I always wait.
I go back.
My car, lock my door.
I go back to what Shab said. Just like we need black lawyers, just like we need black judges, just like we need black doctors, black dentists, you need black police. I get it that it's taught not to become a police officer.
Only if they understand.
But we got listen. This is the thing.
Too many of them.
We all know every cop ain't bad.
I don't believe that.
Yeah. You think all of them? No, I know. But I'm saying,
them.
but being that the bad motherfuckers in the blue code or whatever they call their gang codes, they just a gang. Everybody down for their group. I don't give a fuck if you in finances, sales, or whatever. That's your gang. You gonna rock with the motherfuckers you work with and responsible with who you gotta respond and see. Most people don't like that. You gonna rock with your friend group. You not really worried about some other niggas across the party. Some shit go off or whatever. The niggas you came with is the people that you worried about making it out of that bitch.
Exactly.
That's how people move in life, period. So when I'm saying that, I just think, don't teach people like you said.
Going to the club is not being a public servant.
Nigga, I'm just making different.
If you want to pick up
I said a whole bunch of one things and you pick up. That's what you got from that.
Your job to me is to serve
the whole big purpose of
killer.
I get that.
You know what I'm saying?
And when we just said we agree that it's not all bad cops, if you just agree that it's good cops too, obviously they all not trying to kill. But we're talking about this because of the ones that always get off for killing. This whole purpose ain't talking about them. I'm going to the question because you said I ain't answered the last question. I'm answering this question. If you want to be a cop growing up, I know I wanted to be a fucking firefighter. When I felt that shit out of elementary school with Jordan, I'm a fucking firefighter.
You know what? As the meme says,
I never
don't nobody say fuck the firefighters. They do their job. They go in there.
But I know a lot of people put cops. People did that shit in elementary school. The motherfuckers wasn't thinking about a whole bunch of other shit. So all I'm saying, in any community, don't tell the truth about something, but also at the same time, don't knock what somebody want to do in any fucking community. That's just where I stand on that. But you're right. How they treat our neighborhoods, how they do our neighborhoods. That's why I like seeing. I know y'all see them too. Like it be like the few different like white cops, black cops that go through the neighborhood, be giving the kids ice cream. Y'all be seeing that shit. Like the few positive joints.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like them cops exist, it just ain't enough of them. And even y'all seen Black and Blue.
Yeah, Tyrese.
That's the type of shit that happens. And she will get, no, in real life, she's dying. or not making it out of that shit.
And then I seen something.
What is good cop?
I seen something that disturbed
Don't be a cop,
me.
you gotta fuck with them.
It was a little girl walking with her mother in the park, and the cop walked towards them. White woman, and the little girl started crying.
I seen that.
And she had to literally get down like, yo, I have a daughter. I wasn't bothering y'all. That's what we go through on the day-to-day. And you don't have to be in the neighborhoods. You can be anywhere.
It's a fact.
So that's what needs to change.
Facts.
The trust is already broken. Before we even engage in them, it's already broken, and it's not our fault. So they have to do work to make the shit better, not just us.
Exactly. No.
Police needs to work on customer service.
I got one for you. We wrap this up. Police, be more like Chick-fil-A. And then we be good.
And I don't care what changed, I still ain't fucking with Masterpiece syrup, noodles, none of that shit.
I ain't buying a motherfucking thing from Masterpiece.
Niggas turn me out. You know what? Before we you know what? We could go on forever about this topic, but just know that, man, we paying attention. The world is on fire right now. It's been on fire. We can keep on kind of putting our perspective on it, giving you how we feel about it. But definitely, man, keep in mind that you gotta pay attention to what's going on in the community. There's so much more to come, man. Please know that we are back. The Unbiased Podcast, man, leaders of the new school. You know how we rocking. There's a lot of imitators out there, but
never duplicate.
Justice for Breonna Taylor and everybody else.
Brown table talk, baby.
We'll be right back with a little bit more.
I don't give a fuck if the world on fire or not.
You call him Roger.
Y'all crazy, man. Welcome back to the Unbiased Podcast, man. We still here. The Brown Table Talk, man. We in the month of August. I mean July. Is it July? August?
It's July, but it feels like August, huh?
It's July, but it feels like August, man. So
the way these musty niggas got the streets feeling.
yeah, man. So let's get right into it, man. What's going on in the news? August and his truth.
August who?
Alcina.
And I love it.
Yeah, his truth. You have Jada and her truth, and you have Will sitting there. So I gotta ask y'all, before we even get into the details of them, how do you feel about the vulnerability of August Alsina, or men in general, to tell their truth unapologetically?
Can I stop that?
Go ahead, John.
Oh yeah, before you do though, I want to say personally, I owe August an apology, cause I ain't even lie. I thought the nigga was lying. I ain't think he really plucked her. I thought he was lying.
I don't even think it's about lying truth.
No, I'm just saying. I personally, I owe that man an apology, because when the shit first dropped out, I'm like, he got an album that's coming out. This is bullshit.
I said the same thing.
That nigga lying. He ain't fuck Jada. Bruh, I'm sorry. My apologies. You got it.
Hold on. Why
You can't even say fuck, because that's disrespectful. That he was engaged in an entanglement with Jada.
But
what's up, John?
While we're at apologies, before I get to my point, let me apologize to TK Kirkland. Cause that nigga really be everywhere.
That's a bar.
He never.
That's a bar.
I used to watch Vlad. Like, this nigga's lying. That nigga really be everywhere.
Give it a week, that nigga gonna be like, listen, I was in Louisiana when August met Jada. They was at the Blue Nile.
It was right on Bourbon Street.
Right. So let me say that first. Apologize to TK.
Big facts.
TK here right now.
Right. Yeah, I was with Buddy, May, Jones, and Shad. Wayne's behind the camera.
I was drinking 7 lemonade.
I gave them niggas their first camera. I bought it. But anyway, on a serious note, this is male vulnerability. As men, and I'm not saying that I don't suffer with this at times too, and then in leading my own, having my own son, is that we teach men. Like, you gotta be strong. Like, nothing should matter, right? You gotta move on. If it happened, fuck it, get over with. Like your feelings don't matter, right? So people then look at August. Why I think he shouldn't have done that. His truth is his truth. right? So why should he not be able to live in that? Why should he not be able to tell you the way he feels? He got real feelings too. And most people feel like that as men that we shouldn't, or we're discouraged from speaking out. We're discouraged from crime. We discouraged from doing things that in the perception is a female's trait.
Right.
When in reality, we're all people. Men and women are no different.
Here's my thing though, real quick. First of all, let me just say, I'm a big proponent of men being able to be vulnerable. I'm a Cancer. I wear my shit on my sleeve. My emotions is what they is.
Nigga, you hit a nigga from middle school, nigga.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but that nigga know that too, though. There's no separation. He know how I feel about him. Like, so that's my point. Like, I really feel like, no, really, men. It's okay for men to be emotional and to be vulnerable. That's okay. But at the same time, when you're talking about communication, it's equally as important. Again, I feel like I should be able to say anything to anybody, and we don't gotta fight. We don't gotta. It shouldn't be. Oh, you shouldn't have said that. I can say whatever I want. It's all about how I say it. My point being, communication is such that he didn't have to. Oh, he could be vulnerable, get his emotions out. He didn't have to do it in a public setting.
That's his life though. Your life is a public setting. So not to cut you off. When the last 3 or 4 years of your life, these are the only questions you're getting, is about your health, it's about your drug addiction, and about your relationship status. It comes a time where, like Jones said, he wanted to live his truth, so I'm gonna give y'all. I'm not protecting nobody else's feelings, because nobody's worrying about mine.
But this is the thing, though. You can do that. You can address whatever those feelings are with them, with Jada. Jada, this is how I feel. Willow, Jaden, Will, I got relationships with all of y'all in some capacity.
Got y'all number.
I need y'all to know how I feel. It ain't gotta all be in public. When they ask you those questions publicly, listen. I communicated with those individuals. They know how I feel. I know how they feel. But
the facts still remain that they're not even speaking upon it. It didn't exist until August 7th. So they're not protecting him when he's going through this. They don't really care too much about what he's going through. So you gotta understand the catch-22. Why do I have to respect what you have if y'all don't even care enough to even understand what I'm going through? So it goes both ways. The only thing I knock against August is that he hasn't spoke to Jada and made this statement. That's the only thing. But even if he did speak to her, he can still live in his truth and say, yes, I did deal with her.
So overall, to answer your question before Buddy or Jones chime in again, as far as I feel about vulnerability, August should be able to be vulnerable, but at the same time, the way he went about it, I still view him as a chatty patty. I feel like that shit was sloppy.
And also,
I don't respect it.
And also,
Dusty.
and also in an hour and 20-minute interview, it was 2 minutes of I loved them, I dealt with them.
Yeah, 'cause I ain't watched it.
But you know what the highlight's gonna be? People gonna always take what's the news.
That interview was so powerful from man.
What's gonna make people care? What's gonna make clicks?
But it was powerful within man. The things he says, one quote he said that I feel like I need to live by, like I want to die on empty and live on full. Too many people are dying with desires and things they want to do in their life, and they're dying prematurely, like not living up to what they want. Right. I felt that. So that ain't had shit to do with Jada and them, right. But it was a powerful part. What's up, bud?
On the Will Jada shit, male vulnerability as a whole, I compare it to the conversation earlier, honestly. I feel like all shit is connected to mentality. All situations and scenarios might not be the same, but it's a mentality. If you feel a way about speaking your truth or putting something out there in the public, do what the fuck you feel, but just be ready for whatever comes after that shit. That's just how I look at that shit. You're right, he's right, August is right. That is chatty patty. There's no way around that shit. But he also was asked a question in a public interview. Hour and a half, 2 minutes. Is he supposed to say, would you respect him more? If he'd be like, I refuse to talk about that. Would you not say anything you just said? You would respect him more?
Like I said, I would have respected if he would have said, Jada know how I feel, I know how she feels.
Like
I
said her name, I'm saying.
Or whatever, if they ask specifically about her, and if not, then don't bring.
Right.
I'm breaking it down. In just different,
you know. Once again, the touchy subject. If y'all wasn't what y'all was, why you can't speak on it?
Right. I was just breaking it down in the sense of like,
He was gonna lose.
The no comment would have killed him too.
Yeah, you want
But at the end of the day, when it comes to vulnerability, you gotta be open to who you are. Because most motherfuckers end up offing themselves because they cage feelings, they cage emotions. They don't know who to talk to, and a lot of niggas feel like they can only talk to their girl. If they lose their girl, I would love to see the statistics. A lot of niggas go downhill if they already not the breadwinner, not a nigga that's stable in the situation. People are emotionally wild.
I agree.
It's just the truth.
And I'm all about nigga.
And a nigga that's sick.
Get help. If you going through that, please listen to me.
If the story is true,
get help.
He got help.
Go to therapy. Go to therapy. No, for real. Vent. Have a confidant. Do what you need to do.
But not even just August. I was talking about in just general with men. Period. And that's just what it comes down to. Motherfuckers are scared to do anything. You scared to be a cop because the hood gonna fucking look at you crazy. You be scared to do this because you know if you talk about it, it's gonna be a group of motherfuckers like, oh, you a bitch, you sensitive, you this and that. Then there's gonna be a group of niggas like Boosie, that nigga August is winning. Nigga,
Louisiana,
you feel me? Then it's a group of niggas that's like Meek Mill, that's like, man, Jada's the fucking GOAT. Women, y'all need to be real honest. Because honestly, they go to something he said off camera, if you don't mind me saying it on camera. Women move the goalposts. When one of the ass that they stand by does something that might not be flattering or something that they like, oh shit, how we gonna back this one up? They'll just say, well, niggas do it, or shit, that person did it before, why the fuck you coming to me? Don't fucking change the conversation. Yeah, you can speak more on it.
Women will hate each other.
It's the same thing.
First of all,
and something happens, and somehow them motherfuckers are like this.
I'm taking a shot. I'm taking a shot for Bud for you fucking finally holding women accountable, nigga. You not holding
that's enough.
I need a shot for that.
I'm gonna meet y'all there.
Hey, but wait for you. But time out. It's three dynamics. There's three dynamics of this conversation. There's three dynamics. So the next dynamic is the will dynamic. Could you be?
We all.
Sorry. We said it earlier. Bring it on camera.
But off camera, we've all said this. We've all been Will. We've all been Jada. And we've all been August. And nobody's immune from that. Like we're not gonna act like because they're celebrities that's like they're different. At the end of the day, they have a platform that we see. Right. So people hold them at a higher standard. They're not no different than baby girl that's just poured in fucking Iceland right now. Right. And we all go through the same shit. We people.
I would love to answer your question.
Yeah, because it's a different dynamic of that. When you're the person that, I guess, wasn't the person that put y'all in this situation, but you had to deal with it.
He said the shit within the statement he just said, even from the will dynamic. Everybody, you good?
What the fuck was that?
I said something.
I thought we was taking a shot. Why are you drinking?
Yeah, that nigga just, come on, man, let's take a shot. I didn't even say shit yet. Shots, I guess, to me.
Hold on. We taking a shot. One, Chad's birthday.
Facts.
Two, we taking a shot for you hold women accountable for the first time.
That's the first time I ever heard Bud made a statement that hold women accountable.
Fuck out of here.
Usually you do some shit like, well, understand, but when niggas, you do what the fuck we just was talking about.
Let him get it though. I'm sorry. I want to flow. We want to flow.
Well, no, from the, that's funny. I'll say it on camera. The will aspect of the shit, or I guess you could say the person that's been cheated on in this, if whatever the fuck their situation was. And no, they were separated.
Oh, why was he hurt if it was this?
I would love to take Shad's point and put it on camera.
Come on, go.
A male ego, as we I think would all agree, is probably one of the most fragile things in the world.
Most fragile thing.
Yeah, it is.
Would you agree? You ready to say something?
Like
you disagree with us?
That bitch shit
You disagree?
The most fragile.
You disagree?
I'm gonna say human ego.
No,
man. No.
That's some all lives matter shit. You know what I mean?
No.
I went buddy on this one.
Male ego is how many times though the way girls compare themselves to other girls.
We're not talking about them right now. That's some Jada Will shit. We're not talking about them.
But we all got ego.
We're talking about us. We're talking about us. We're talking about us.
I don't know if y'all seen it, right? And shout out to her girl Shantae. Can't think of her last name right now. But on Facebook, she said the other day she asked like, if a girl tell you got a lower dick.
Oh yeah. I remember her.
So
I would be crushed.
No, this is the thing. So I said then, yo, a nigga's gonna be offended. It don't matter if he even know it's true. Nigga could be literally pissing on his balls his dick that little. But if you tell him,
let me go after him, please.
If you tell him his dick is little, of course he gonna be offended because his fucking ego is crushed.
Back to my point with you when you said about Will. ego is crushed. True or not true? If a motherfucker, I don't give a fuck how long ago it happened, and you gotta sit on the internet for a week and hear niggas make jokes about you and memes about you and gifts about you, and that's just in war because he's a celebrity. Even in regular day life, if a nigga's on Instagram and you're the thread of the day getting roasted, nigga, your ego is gonna be hit if you're that type of person. Because when you cheated on and all that, your true personality shows when your back is against the wall. If you, huh?
Sorry, I'm sorry, but where you father go at?
How fucking would I know?
That's some nigga store.
I ain't know what a nigga been asking to you something. My point of that is what I'm saying is this shit. A nigga's going to be hurt if their feelings was connected. I gotta use my man Drake line. If I ever love you, I always love you. That's how I was raised. Niggas feel that way even if they don't admit to it. I don't give a fuck what she did to her. If she was once connected to your heart, and you might have moved on. Don't give a fuck about the bitch. That's some shit you might say out loud. If she get hurt or something happens or whatever, your antennas are gonna go up in a sense because you were once connected to that person. Something in that case. So I don't know. You could be right. It might have been cheating. It might have been separation. But either way, from Will's standpoint, I think he handled that shit like a G. Because me as a patient person, I can see myself more like Will than a nigga that probably would have been volatile or just said, man, fuck that bitch.
I just feel like
this is unrepairable. I can't work on my marriage. Because most niggas will be ego would be hit and would have left that shit. You could cheat 1,000,000 times. Your chick cheat once, it's a wrap. Most niggas feel
that's definitely not even in Will's character. But I guess I just feel
I don't know Will's
it was just, to me, it just seemed like there was a certain component that was missing because they were so emphatic about he was already done with her even before
each other.
No, he said
she said it too.
You weren't talking to me. I was done with your ass.
And Jada said, "Oh, we were finished." He said, "We could be done forever." Oh, we were done. Those are exact words.
But that interaction shows you that Will was the one, and if it to be true, saying hypothetically speaking is true, Will was the one who cut that situation off because of Jada.
Cut her off or August off?
The situation, her and Jada. I mean, their issue in their marriage. You can see that Will was the one who said, "I'm gonna take a step. I can't do this no more. I can't make you happy. I'm gonna take a step back."
Facts.
Right. And just to piggyback on kind of what Bud said, it's like, why do we care when you have feelings? It could be somebody that died and they've been gone for 30 years. When their birthday come around or anything that reminds you of them, you can become emotional. You know they're gone, but you can become emotional because we have feelings.
Connection.
So that's just what it ultimately is. That doesn't mean that their marriage is perfect. Hell no.
So now with that, do you feel like? Because I guess it's a thought that in that moment, again, Will was Will too vulnerable. Let's keep that focus on male vulnerability.
No,
do you feel like how do you feel about the way Will played?
You can never be too vulnerable because it's his truth. It's his word.
Amazing strength.
To me, I've always said this. There's a question in our community: isn't what is real? Real is being true to who you are.
Right.
Right. So he in this situation he did that. So he can never be too vulnerable.
And the most powerful.
Hold on. One last thing.
He got a lot of hold on today.
No, I really do. It's probably looking. When I said being true, being real is being true to who you are. If you a rat, you still not real. So I don't care if you've been telling your whole life. You telling like your baby sister and shit. Stop telling me.
They still don't true they are. I tell the truth. You cannot change. No, you cannot do that.
One interesting dynamic of it. Not enough couples on camera, off camera, around people, not around people have those type of conversations. But it can be mature.
People don't have hard conversations.
And actually, yeah, people don't have that.
People don't like it.
I applaud them for that. But then you got the third dynamic of it. The Jada dynamic where you're virtually kind of using somebody to get back to a good space. But not.
That's called a rebound situation. Listen, I don't know their dynamic.
You know what she needed, man.
I don't want to say something that's crazy because I don't really know. None of us really know.
She said it, right?
What it really was.
She wanted to feel good.
But from the looks of it, Jada, as y'all said, Will was the one that cut it off. As the looks of it, if it was a pants worn in that relationship, Jada had the pants on and August was the one being coddled. Would you agree?
I could argue. I mean, I disagree.
Just from how it looks. Because she ain't the one out here spilling her guts, hurt, saying I gave my all to her. She called that nigga an entanglement. A nigga that was in love with her. Think about this. If a chick told you, I gave my all to you, Shad, and you said, I mean, I got feelings for you, but I mean, we was just entangled, baby. You gotta go on. Nigga, she is going to maybe fucking hurt you. That's what she did to August. So if she's in control of that situation,
Well,
would you disagree? I'm just saying outside looking in.
no.
Because it was 3-4 years ago. Jada might have been fucked up. Because if she really was in that fucked up place that she say she was in, and she really needed this, and it was to the point where, because motherfuckers always think money make you happy, motherfuckers always think stardom make you happy. She said on her first Red Table Talk episode, I hate Will's fame. I don't really like living in this life. You gotta adjust to this shit. From the moment he bought a house for himself, not for her. So it's always been a battle of worlds with them. Period. So, but that's relationships normally either fucking way.
She came into it. Nigga, Will was already famous.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's already
y'all going right to that fame shit.
But the reality of it is,
alright, she was famous, Will could have anything he wanted, but he wanted that.
Yeah.
And I don't even know no joke shit. The motherfuckers licking his ass. These motherfuckers like to always make everything a joke. That's a
nigga licking his ass.
man, you know all a joke, man. Will we been killed for a week?
I mean, that's
No. Did y'all see the Tupac joint?
Nigga, and the killing Will.
No, I ain't gonna lie.
They had the most baddest.
Listen, I listen. I'm like big on. I love my people, and I kind of hate.
I'm with you, Will.
Like this shit is going on.
They undefeated.
But the memes from this shit.
Will Smith. They had Jada on Future.
All I
Jada
know is-
Hendrix.
All I know is that August ain't had dog at man white.
But let's be real though.
She got the whole
To wrap it up though, longevity is not easy work in anything.
Never.
Nothing
So
easy.
Never.
Look, if you want anything easy in life,
You don't want to marry.
kill yourself.
Yeah, so that's really what it is. Just don't find yourself having to have some table talk.
Can I say the last word?
Go ahead.
Something just hit me. Vulnerability is not a weakness, it's a strength.
Facts.
Don't buy into the bullshit.
Facts.
Shout out to the truth.
Listen, hold on. Before you wrap it up, Wayne, because he always act like niggas against him. I tell you every time. That was hard. That was hard.
That was fine.
I'm on fire tonight.
Eat way more good. Can I get a mask though? The fuck?
I told you it's been a problem, man.
Let's go. We on.
All right, y'all know what it is, man. These are the final thoughts, man. It's the Unbiased Podcast, man. It's the first episode back. Everything going on in the world between the protests and the COVID and the lockdowns, man. It feels so good to be back. So if you forgot how we do, before we close every episode out, you know how we give it up, man. We want to give niggas their flowers while they can still smell them. We want to show people that we appreciate them, that we in your corner. So I'm going to kick this one off. First episode back. It might be a little corny, but I got to give it up to the Unbiased Podcast, man. Not just because I fuck with y'all niggas and just because I'm happy to be back. No, you know what it is. But even more than that, dog, the movement that we got going on, and this is a humble brag. I'm not the shit popping type nigga.
I ain't always humble. You niggas not us.
Niggas, what we doing? Niggas is taking heed to what we doing. Just look around. I'm not saying we invented podcasts. I'm not saying we invented video blogs, any of that shit. But just look at how niggas is moving, and then you do the math. So I want to shout out the Unbiased Podcast, man. You know how we give it up. You guys inspire me. Whatever we doing, fitness challenge, weekend challenge, R&B challenge, whatever it is, the shit get lit. So I appreciate y'all and expect more coming, more visuals, more. Just stay tuned, man. I appreciate y'all. Unbiased Podcast. I appreciate y'all.
First off, thank you. I'm giving it up to, what did we agree? Is this Generation Z? Right now?
Generation Z, yes.
I thought it was millennials.
No, we millennials, but the generation that's doing all this protesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, you good. I'm giving it up to all these young people that's out here pretty much fucking standing on 10 toes and holding it down for everybody. Because y'all out here fighting for y'all, but y'all fighting for everybody that's been going through this shit forever. Y'all out here caring, giving a shit about what's going on in the world. So, I mean, short and sweet. Salute to you young people. Keep on working, keep on fighting, keep on making the world see your worth.
And it was like a battle rap bar, like a double entendre. You said Karen?
Yeah.
That could have been a Karen.
Yeah,
that was hard.
I caught that. That was fire. But just so you know, too, real quick, this Generation Z, they the ones that got cancel culture lit. These motherfuckers are canceled.
I ain't say them young niggas was perfect. They lit as a motherfucker because they just how they feel is how they feel, and you gotta deal with it regardless.
But speaking of cancel culture,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it up to Black Twitter. They are the most powerful network on earth.
Dangerous.
And hilarious.
Hilarious. The memes, do something, they're gonna find out where you work, where you live,
who's in your family.
Right.
Shout out to all the memes they give us. The Jada Kiss meme, him and
Right.
Fab drunk. The Jada meme, the Will
I'm in the bind,
memes.
Nate.
I'm in the bind, Nate. I mean, all this. Black Twitter just powerful, man. And they're there to make you laugh. They're there to expose you.
I fuck
And they're there to inform
with
you.
that.
So,
You young motherfuckers toxic.
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
but y'all laugh.
If Black Twitter left the real Twitter and just did our own shit, yo,
We lit.
we would fucking cripple
it's
Twitter.
unstoppable. It's unstoppable. So, I give it up to Black Twitter, man. Keep tweeting.
Alright, so I'm last. I'm gonna go different than these niggas. Right? No, real shit
Rip
though.
our lens out.
I'm gonna give it up to my lady. I don't know when this might. I don't know when this might drop. But today's July. What today? What July 12th? Chill. Dumbass shit. July 14th, our anniversary. Got 6 years in. I'm gonna give it up to my lady because y'all niggas in the world see me as a person like I'm so cool, like I seem to be that way, but I'm a lot to deal with. I'm difficult as shit, and I'm demanding. My girl put with me like every day, hold me down, not just hold me down, hold my son down, hold my oldest daughter down, hold my youngest daughter down. She hold the household down. So I give it up to her. Jasmine, I'm gonna fuck her name up. I'm drunk. Jasmine Monique Brown, born 12/30 white 89.
What a social wave.
I don't even know. No, now that you say that, bitch, we've been together ass. I said bitch. But anyway, you don't mean that. But we've been together 6 years.
Right.
Why I don't know her social?
No, why did you go my social? Right.
Hold on.
Hold on. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Back to topic. Back.
I'm sorry for all that. Baby, I love
Rain it on in.
Bring it in. Baby, I love you.
Yo.
I'ma see you later.
If we were Boys to Men, he came in like a nigga that talking to deep was like, girl, I really need you, baby.
No, we supposed to do Boys and Men joint. What we supposed to do it? I was gonna be yo.
You need to still do it. Alright,
Somebody said that nigga name was Mike. I ain't even know nigga had a name.
Shanika said that. I ain't know that.
That nigga name is Deep Voice Yo.
Hey, before we dip,
Final words.
COVID is still real.
Real life.
No matter how much fun you're having, no matter how you're living your life, like,
Wear a mask.
take care of yourself, wear a mask. I know a couple people personally that has it, and it's not a good feeling, from kids to adults. So we have fun, we joke. Don't listen to the president, listen to yourself, and take care of yourself. Those are my last words.
Jones, final words.
My final words. God damn, nigga.
Yeah, keep that mask on, nigga.
My final words, let me go back, because I don't know, we get a lot of joking, and that's in last, I give it up. Jazz, I love you, girl. My final words is always, stay true to you. Be you.
Yeah.
It is what it is, man. I'm Boss Podcast. We signing off. My last
Final words. Oh, my fault.
God damn.
I ain't say my final words yet.
Can I get to 'em?
Yeah.
My final words is, man, you only get one life to live, man. Live yours.
You got that DeAndre Wilder mask on.
That's dumbass.
Don't make no excuses. Final words. It's good to be back, and we ain't leaving.
Hey, hold on. Last word. Shad
Nigga.
I'm drunk today. Shad mighty humble. But I'm gonna tell you niggas that y'all niggas do shit, but you really not us. So I don't really have to say your name, but if you feel like I'm talking about you, I'm talking about you. Have a blessed one, baby.
Oh, we back spicy. Oh, we back spicy.
Caliente.
Round table talk.
Oh.
We out.
Oh yeah, we everybody get for it next week.